Hi, my name's Bryce. Welcome back to VHS Play, where we are playing Dark Souls and recording it all on VHS. Last time we went and tried to fight Seath and got ourselves cursed. That sucks. There's no two ways about that. Mistakes were made. But well, hey, we know how to deal with that. We need to go into Honor Londo to talk to some guy who can, heal us. That guy is not this guy down here, but we have an ember or two that he might like.
Hang on. Is that a sorcery ember? I've never seen one like this. Not even back in Vinheim. What a brilliant flame. Please, friend, let me have that. I am begging you. I am a craftsman of Vinheim. I'd go hollow before I pass on a flame like that.
I should have, two of these? Two of these, I think. I should have the large magic ember by now, right?
Oh, really? You are wonderful. I will forge a wicked masterpiece just for you. A weapon to make a legend out of it. Oh, Big Hat. Of course I've heard of him. Who hasn't in Vinheim? He was a royal member of Dragon School until he turned undead. I hear he was quite the character. Only that was 100 years ago. What interest have you in the old eccentric now? Sorcery? Don't ask me how it actually works. We only fiddle and forge until it works itself in. That's how we do it in Vinheim, at least. We prefer to leave the theorizing to those uppity scholars. What is it? There's nothing to talk about. We're both cursed, undead. But what's there really to moan about? Come back soon. Smithing helps soothe my nerves. Don't let me wither away out of idleness.
I always like Richard. He's just flat out a straight shooter. Just yep, I'm going to stay in here because it's safer. And also, if I do go hollow, then I'm not causing anybody trouble. I'm just here, just being me. Hey, I'm bored. Can you got any smithing you want? Oh boy, the chug. Buddy, you know what I should have done? I should have turned in my Firekeeper soul so I could have a +3 flask. But no, I decided not to because, I don't know, didn't occur to me at the time. Anyway, here's Ghosts. I love this design. The ghost design is so good. It's so good. It's so spooky. I love... that sound effect. That sound effect is just... deliciously, it's so good. I love it. I don't know how to describe it aside from I really love it. Let's just... boop. Camera, you are not doing me any favors here. Now, of course, coming in here, quite this late in the game with, quite so boosted a sword and also being cursed, we're in pretty good shape. And, well, hey, we get our Firekeeper soul, so we can get up to a +4, which is great, because that's as high as we can take it without killing a Firekeeper. I don't remember if, I know I dipped my... I took a peek earlier into New Londo, but we didn't go we didn't go at all into it. And again, it's one of those things of, I probably should have, but I didn't. That's the story. It's a cool story. But also, again, we're coming in so late that we have, we can just one-hit these ghosts. And I did do that, real quick peek-in, and when I did, oh boy, it was real rough. And, yeah, it's part of why I didn't get around to, checking things out. Coming back to do a dive into New Londo. A lot of it is just I kind of forgot. Because New Londo works like a lot of these other places where I've been doing deep dives into dead ends. Like, they're dead ends. There's really no reason to go this way until you have, like, until you are ready to do the Four Kings. And of course you have the option of killing Ingvar, like, really early on and just taking the key to the seal from him. But, you know, my first time through, I didn't go around killing NPCs. Like, eventually I did a run where I killed a bunch of NPCs, and I still do not like killing NPCs. Okay, so last time I was thinking about where that crying sound effect of the they're like Picasas or something, the blue tentacle creatures in Seath's area. That crying sound effect for the two that are like more recently turned that drop miracles. I figured out where that sound effect is. It's Bloodborne. It's the crying ghosts in Castle Canehurst. That's where that sound effect is also used. Come on down. Come on down. Fine. Oh, so my first time through here, I actually made a real big error and like stepped off of the stairs onto this little side path here without kicking down this ladder. So that meant I had no way to go anywhere basically from down there. Real unfortunate. Come on, Ghost. Come on, Ghost. Anytime now. Alright, fine. Man, the glow of those items is real neat. There we go. What isn't real neat about New Londo, though? Like, this place is gorgeous. Like, it's dark, but it's not like, you know, pitch black like the Tomb of the Giants. And then you have just like these ruins of a city that are just flooded. And that statue on top of the, like, whatever that building is. That statue on top is just that sticking out of the water is really evocative is the word I guess I'm going for. And I'm pretty sure, like, if we, I'd have to check lore videos or something, but I think that's the same statue as we saw in the Painted World, which, you know, could just be some convenient asset reuse, but it could also be like, deep lore connotations. So, admittedly, I'm pretty scared of this church here. Dang it. Because that. We do not have a whole lot of health. Goodbye all of our souls that we left at Seath. And yeah, there's a lot of ghosts, and I don't have a lot of life. What with the, you know, the curse. Hey, here's a great idea. Before we go running back down in there, let's stop by our firekeeper and get our flask reinforced. Well, hey. Granted, it doesn't do much considering our health is low right now. But that's fine. Also, here's a fun thing. That elevator, that'll get you killed real good. I never know how much of this, this, like, run back to the corpse or anything I should cut out, or if I should just cut the whole thing, or if I should leave some of it in for whatever reason. I don't know. But hey, let's send the elevator back up, have ourselves a little jump. I do like making that jump. If you do what I just did there, of like bounce off of the wall, then you take no falling damage, which is nice because, again, went and got myself cursed. Cannot believe. However, we did kick that that ladder, so technically we have a shortcut. Is it here? No, it's one with one. Oh boy, that was closer than I would like. But well, hey, there we go. That's why you kick that ladder. There's a purpose aside from, oh no, I went down onto that platform and I would like a way back up, please. It's actually a shortcut. It's just kind of an awkward one. Now then, let's go fight some ghosts. Grabbing that item was extremely foolhardy and straight up stupid, but those the ghost ladies, I guess, they have a chance to drop a different type of ghost knife. It's a real rare weapon, but it's neat. Okay, let's have a drink. That should cover us for ghosts. Also, real quick before we go, getting ourselves healed of this curse, let's get that transient curse ready to go. Now, there's a fun thing about the quote-unquote untrue version of Artorias' sword. If you just do like a greatsword and apply the seal, then you get another version of the greatsword of Artorias, but instead it is a cursed weapon, so it can actually hit these ghosts without A, me being cursed, or B, using transient curses. Anyway, Ingvar.
Well, this is a surprise. I get few visitors. Save for ghosts, you have the Lord Vessel. Very impressive. I know exactly what your intentions are. You seek the four kings whom I guard over. This is the key to the seal. The four kings slumber in the deepest chamber of the ruins. Use this key to break the seal and open the floodgates. Oh, and do not forget, the dark wraiths reside in a dark void called the Abyss. But the Abyss is no place for ordinary mortals. Although, long ago, the knight Artorias traversed the Abyss. If you can find him and learn from him, the Abyss may prove surmountable.
And here, again, like I mentioned it, oh boy, a lot of episodes back at this point, but I'll have this rant again later, but like we again have a mention of Artorias, you know, Artorias and the Abyss, Artorias and the Abyss. And like we keep having this come up.
Well, hello there. Have you been cursed? That can be quite onerous. But not to worry. Such cleansing I am happy to administer. But the breaking of curses is the territory of deities. You must be prepared for sacrifice.
So we can get more transient curses from him so we can keep fighting ghosts. And more importantly, we can get ourselves the resist curse spell, which, sorcery, blah, blah, blah. Sacrifice humanity to undo curse. Which, that's real nice. You can't break a curse without any humanity. You can't see how much humanity you have. Well, you have a curse, except you can still if you go into, like, your stat screen.
New Londo was sacrificed to contain the Dark Wraiths. Mark my words, the Dark Wraiths are the enemies of man and any living thing that has a soul. They were never meant to roam again. New Londo was marked. They were never...
Alright, so we need a humanity to break this curse. Kind of costly.
Hello there. The key to the seal is now in your hands. I will help you in any way possible.
Ah, sweet, sweet health. So that's Ingvard, and that's probably the last we'll see of him in this playthrough. If you talk to him after the Four Kings, you can, like, have him come up and join you at Firelink Shrine. He's one of the few characters that, like, comes to Firelink Shrine and stays there. Now that I mentioned this, that the untrue Artorias sword can hit ghosts, mine cannot. Oh, jeez, come on. Not like this. This one ghost. This is... Okay. There we go. Problem solved. And here we have a very important ring. The Cursed Bite ring. Hey, that sounds like it might be handy next time we go to fight Seath. Oh, if I had just listened to Frampt and gone in the order he suggested of Nito, Islith, and then the Four Kings, then hey, hooray, we would have gotten that ring first. And here, that green Titanite shard, that is quite potentially the green Titanite shard that I got early enough in the game to get a divine weapon to send me down into the catacombs. Alternatively, it's the one that sent me in the direction of magic. Either way, that's one of the earliest available green Titanite shards. Which is great. So there is an item up there. We're going to run back for it because just the way things work out, it is kind of convenient to be able to go the right direction into this door. And hey, we use the key to the seal. Like literally the key to the seal is the key to this door. That's it. That's it. It sounds super impressive, and it's just a key to an iron door. And there we go. We've opened it up. Hey, there's some blue drakes. We recognize this. That's the Valley of the Drakes. This is that big door on the other side from the Darkroot Basin, which is right next to the Darkroot Garden, which is right where we need to go if we still need to get the Covenant of Artorias. And this has been just kind of hinted at and drilled into our heads of, I know little of the Darkroot Garden, and Artorias and the Abyss, and the Darkroot Garden, and Artorias, and Darkroot, and the Abyss, and just like, this has been drilled into our heads over and over. And at this point in the game, if for some reason you haven't gone to get the Covenant, like, occasionally it happens where I will get this far into New Londo and then go, oh, right, I don't have the Covenant. Let me just go across this bridge, up an elevator, and bam, you're there. You're in Darkroot. You can go fight Sif and get the Covenant of Artorias. And that bit of routing, like that flexibility of the routing is it's part of what makes Dark Souls work. Now, we could take an elevator down, but we're going to go a slightly more efficient route. We're going to grab this item. We're going to grab another item. We're going to drop back down into the church, I guess is what we were in. The big haunted, mansion. And then we're actually going to go back out onto that ledge where we picked up the Cursebite ring. And there's going to be some stuff to drop down to from there. So, hey. Let's do that. And then from there, we can easily jump back into kind of the start of the zone, so we can take things mostly forward. It would have been faster to go the other way. Pretty much end up doing that routing every time, though, just because it's like, it all loops back around anyhow. Alright, so fall control probably would have been a better spell to choose from, but hey, there's an item down there. So, hey, to the ground. And there we go. And this spits us out, like, pretty much at the end of this area. Oh, that is satisfying. One hit for these dudes. Good. Alright. Just so I don't have to worry about any Dark Wraiths following me and being jerks, let's just take them out real quick. And also, this giant slime thing, oof. We'll just leave that alone for now. In fact, we'll leave, like, everything alone for now, and just go out this way. Get our cracked red eye orbs. Which, that should clue you in a bit on, like, what's going on here. What exactly are Dark Wraiths, etc., etc. And here we go. We are right back at the start of this section. And good lord. The corpses. Having a moment, dude. And you're having none of it. Cool. Oh, dang it. That's... It is really grim down there. Like, just the piles and piles of corpses that just become a carpet of waterlogged bodies. And it's just... It's gruesome. Like, it is real... It's a lot. It is... a lot. don't think I hit the elevator switch. Going to have to remember that if I need to do the corpse run one more time. It is really like seeing more of the city unsubmerged. Ooh boy, that frame rate does choke a lot. And there's still more water, like, below that. Like, as much as we've let out, there's still more city below that was flooded. Ugh. Oof. I know, like, I really love the visual design. Just, like, it's visual and audio design of New Londo. Hey, Jagged Ghost Blade. Hooray. It's grim. It is really a lot to take in, this ruined city. Just this waterlogged, flooded, ruined city. Tucked away under the earth. And just filled to the brim with just, you know, as Ingvard said, sacrifices. Oh, hey, Titanite chunk, nice. Alright, where's that jerk? Yeah, just piles of bone and rubble. Just all the corpses that were floating around in the water just poured in the direction of the water as everything went. Like, oh, it's a lot. It's real strong imagery. And then just like that, I don't know how to describe just like the encapsulated, like, not quite a hum, but, you know, that the air is enclosed. And it's so quiet. And then down here you have the dark wraiths. Still just these beings of malice. I was really concerned about that happening. Not concerned enough, apparently. Now, this is what I don't love about the area. Like, that's not true. I have no gameplay qualms with the lack of a fire, you know, a bonfire anywhere in New Londo. Like, they give you plentiful shortcuts so that you can get to the end and get back to the boss fights and whatnot real easily, but it is rough. Like, it is a walk. Like, you have to come down here if you forgot to bring the elevator back up. You have to wait for the elevator to come back up. You have to wait for the elevator to go down. And it's kind of a long run. Much in the way that, like, the Seath's boss fight is, where it's just, it's a long run back up to where you were. And, it's inconvenient, but I don't dislike it, if that makes sense. Like, it feels right for this area. That is, it's, you know, it's been completely submerged. There's not going to be any bonfire that you can light around here. Like, even with, like, the, oh, bonfires are these mystical things and stuff. And, you know, maybe it's not actually fire. Like, it feels right, though, that there's no light in this place. There's no sanctuary in this place. This is a truly dead city. You know what? Let's go the other way. Do we not have another Dark Knight? There's one. I realize I've gone quiet, and, like, I don't know, it's this area just kind of, it always gets me with the theme and everything, like, always gets me somber. It is immensely effective, even with that Z fighting over there. And there is our very large ember. That name never felt right for, like, something of you know, of magnitude. Like, that ember allows us to get up to plus 15 weapons, which are pretty much, in almost every case, the best weapons, just because the way the scaling works and everything, yada yada stuff. And you can enchant those weapons, so it's like, it almost always works out such that you're better off Hey, dude. Hey, ghost. That's more ghosts than I thought I was going to get. There we go. Problem solved. Played that one a little foolhardy, but luckily I made the right call in terms of I was low enough to not get hit by the sludge. I also really like that there's no mimics down here. Just like, you know, do mimics float? Would they drown? Alright, so we have our fog gate. Now, unfortunately, I'm not going to summon the witch. I really like the witch, but I'm not going to summon her because, A, we're, you know, not human. Well, that worked. I always take this one kind of slow because I'm expecting the camera to screw me over. And again, we're kind of seeing the same thing that we've seen elsewhere, where the rewards here have been Titanite chunks, just normal Titanite. And here, the enemies, like, we don't have a quote-unquote normal boss. Like, there's nothing... There's nothing that we've fought so far that is, like, unaspected. So there's not really, you know, any mini bosses to throw in the way here. And also it just doesn't... This place is not... It's deserving of something that's not mini bosses, I guess. And that's... You know, you get your Dark Rays instead, which are... They're tough dudes. Alright, the time has come for... Oop, let's... Careful. There we go. Right ring. We need the Covenant of Artorias because we're heading down into the abyss. I do love this deep spiraling staircase that just keeps going down and down and down and down. You get turned around from the spiraling, and then you reach the end, and there's just nothing but darkness below. It's just an emptiness. Then you have these losers. Who are, you know, somewhere. I hate this attack. Okay, so that dang purple spiral. Is real good at homing. Oh, stop that. Oh, that's not good. And of course, you can keep damaging them after they start disappearing. Let's take a drink. The joke's on you, I don't have any humanity. I thought I was dead. That's really disappointing. That's not really a hard fight. Four Kings is a lot like Pinwheel, where it's like you can come down here so much earlier, and like if you kill Ingvard, or if you just like get him to give you the key to the seal. I'm mad about that one. Like, I thought he was only doing the one attack, and then he did the follow-up swipe, and then I thought I was dead outright, so then I just kind of groaned and set the controller down, and then it's just like, oh no, I still have a sliver of life left, and I've wasted the time I could have been healing. That one feels real bad. Real bad. But yeah, Four Kings fits into the same sort of thing that that Pinwheel does, in that you can technically get in here a heck of a lot earlier, and like therefore the Four Kings is kind of a weird fight where it's, you know, they hit fairly, like they hit hard enough, they have enough life that they're troublesome to take on early, but they are meant to be taken. You can take them earlier is the thing. So because of the kind of time nature, it's like as long as you keep up the pace and keep killing them, then the fight itself is not at all bad. It only gets dicey when you've got like 3 different effects going off at once, and then you just do a kind of dumb. That'll work. And, you know, don't realize you're not dead. You dudes with your little shield. Right, ghosts. If you want to fight, just come on out of the walls. Let's fight. Good enough. Now, if you want, you can, of course, just, like, jump straight down and hope for the best. I'm not going to do that. I have tried that a couple of times, and almost every time I end up having myself a nice little slip-up and catching, like, one of these little ledges here. It's always right towards the bottom, so it's far enough to fall that I end up dead. Also, I'm finally getting a chance to use Power Within, which is a really quite good spell. I don't know why it's not letting me use it. Okay. this happens every once in a while, where you just can't use power within. Oh, hey. I haven't seen that one in so long. I had forgotten about that attack entirely. Hey, dude. Yeah, we're gonna have to... Nope, actually, it's fine. Cool. Still not letting me do it. Oh, heck. That's upsetting. That was one of those wombo combos that just... It happens every once in a while where, like, if they've got that stupid homing purple thing floating around. Man, what was up with Power Within? I don't know. Can I cast this now? Okay, thanks. Like, that happens every once in a while where it'll, like, not let you use certain things. Oh, it was the transient curse, wasn't it? That would explain it. Well, dang it. Ding, dang ghosts, anyhow. But again, like, that there's no bonfires down here is not really an issue. Like, you have the shortcuts, it's just like you have to deal with the elevator and the getting down those stairs, and probably some bits of fall damage here and there, and then you have to fight a couple Dark Knights, and you maybe have to deal with the ghosts. And yeah, it's just this and that and that and that. Speaking of ghosts, we got one of those jagged ghost blades, which is a cool weapon because it counts as cursed, so you can use it to attack ghosts, which is neat. Speaking of curses, we're going to try rolling in without our transient curse, see how things go. If we run into trouble, then dang and heck. And unfortunately, we lost a good chunk of souls. That was like 30,000 souls. That was like almost a level. Okay, let's just not. Alright. Curious if I could get a parry in on these guys. Yes. I think with Paladin Leroy, we couldn't get a parry in because of his weapon just being so much stronger than ours. And just, like, so weighty, it just blew out our parry. Yeah, jerk. Ghost, are you cheating? You're coming in here. You're not supposed to be in here. Who said you could be in here? Alright. Things should work better this time. I'm not going to be spending any time waiting around trying to figure out what's going on with my spells. It's a long way down. Whee. There we go. Proper opening this time. Let's go grab those souls, just so we don't have to worry about that being a distraction. And let's run around in circles while we wait for the next king. There you are. Oh, hey, it's that. Drink, please. Perfect. Roll into the attack. So, as you can see, we are kind of blowing away the pace. That's my alarm for things that are going on. I need to wrap this recording up soon, so it's got to be this run. Come on, just... Dead. It's interesting to me that that's the only boss that gets a death animation. And of course, we're not going to switch out to the ring of more souls because we're kind of in a place where we need a ring to survive, and the other ring would break if we switch it out. So let's just not. Also, I do like the touch that we get for humanity for beating them. And of course, if you were keeping count, we only fought 3 kings because we were just doing quite so much damage. And it also, like, our sword, because it's like the Artorias greatsword, it actually does more damage against like the 4 kings and dark rays, which that's fun. So yeah, that's the 4 kings taken care of. That's 2 of our 4 lord souls. We're not cursed anymore. We now also have the remove curse spell ourselves, so that if something bad were to happen, we can deal with it. So, yeah, that's that. And we have this real spooky area, which is very empty and dark, and there's nothing except for this bonfire. If only, perhaps, there were another primordial serpent here. Maybe that would make the place a little bit more homey. It wouldn't. It would just make it filled with this awful teeth gnashing noise, and nobody wants that. Anyway, let's call it a day. So, thank you very much for watching. I've been Bryce, this has been VHS Play, and have yourself a lovely evening.